Hi folks, this is Kirkalmighty. This is episode 15 now of my multiplayer PBEM game versus the Ironduke. This round was, well, I tell you, it's been a back and forth thing up here. He's putting up a pretty stubborn defense down here. I move in and get units around his city, and then he beats me back, and then I move back in, and he beats me back, and you can see my units down here just been getting thrashed with all that's been going on down here. He's got a pretty decent size stack of tanks down here. I actually managed to kill off some of them this round, which will hopefully help me. A lot of light tanks down here. He's been using them to beat me back. He hits me with these light tanks, knocks me back, and then I got to move back in again. Let's see, I hit it with an airstrike again. Well, I pounded it with artillery. Then I hit it with an airstrike again. Then I actually was able to assault it with a couple guys, 2 infantry guys. And all of that, I did manage to take out quite a few artillery pieces, a lot of his flak. I got rid of a lot of his flak. And I did manage to kill off some tanks too down there. Got some kills up here, not too many. Rommel's units are getting kind of weak up here. Those anti-tank guns did score off some few kills up there too. I got a huge amount of reinforcements coming in this round for Rommel. As you can see, I actually started to stockpile some raw there, so I'm making good use of it this round, and I'm pumping some tanks in. I had 6,700 fuel to start with on this one, and for the first time I did not use it all, and I did everything I wanted to do. So that's good. Now I got 8,200 coming in next round. I probably won't have to invest any more fuel. You can see my PPs are down quite a bit, and I had to sacrifice a lot of reinforcements that could have come in order to bump up that oil production. But the oil production is bumped up pretty good now. I don't expect any immediate problems unless I expand my armor, which may happen. So for the moment anyway, I'm doing pretty good on oil. Not too worried about that, and I can start getting done when I need to get done. I finally was able to do a supply drop on this guy before he was completely wasted. He was just starting to waste away into nothing down here because he'd been completely out of supplies. I did another pair drop. I didn't even scout down here. I was just hoping that maybe it was open, and it was. So now I've got a paratrooper down here. Next turn, if I can, I'm going to move him over here because honestly he'll be a lot tougher in this jungle than he will be down here. This is good because now it cuts this road right here. Cuts off that road. So now supplies have to go around this unit, which causes some zone of control issues, and there's just a whole plethora of issues. So this should slow down forces moving up here, which as you can see, he's been pumping a lot of armor into here and pumping a lot of stuff in here, which must have to be running down this road here, down through here and over here, because I doubt Rommel's going to cut this junction this turn. Here soon he will. Maybe within the next two turns he may be able to cut this junction down here. But until then, this paratrooper is definitely throwing a monkey wrench in there and is going to make some difficulties for him down here. I did an airstrike on here. Was not very successful actually. I lost some fighters in that attack. Got some more fighters coming in down here anyway. I lost those 2 level bombers I had hitting here. This air attack was very successful. I think I lost 1 fighter and I dealt a lot of damage to those guys. Now actually I didn't lose any this round, did I? I had a total of 3 fighters, 7. Yeah, no aircraft lost this turn. No aircraft lost. Yeah, I just had 1 fighter I think retreated. Like I said before, it makes a big difference if you're bombing directly onto flak and there's no adjacent ones, and there's still no adjacent flak units, and I've been bombing directly onto his flak. And now I know he's got less flak there now too, because I've killed off quite a few of those flak units. So I'm not predicting this city will fall next turn, but man, it's getting close. It's really getting close. I'm almost half expecting him to start pulling artillery or something out of here and trying to move him to Mende in order to hold on to him for the siege of Mende before it's too late for him to do that. I'm really thinking. Now I wish I had more than 2 flak right here. Some of my flak units have taken some losses. Hopefully it'll help cut into a little bit of what might happen here. Pretty sure this is just ripe right here for some kind of airstrike, so I'm pretty sure he probably will hit it. He's a little light in the dive bomber department down here though. I've been seeing more airstrikes, so he must have something down here in Mende too. So I have been seeing a lot of airstrikes from him. Also been getting hit up here too. Probably air flying out of this city up here. Let's see, I advanced my units up here a little bit. I was hoping maybe to be able to push this guy out because he hit me down here on this city with this artillery this turn and knocked down the lock on it quite a bit. I've got a garrison coming in there now. That way I can free up this guy here and get him out into combat somewhere. Something a little more useful than sitting here garrisoning in this city just in case. May just move this. I started moving this engineer up this direction. Thinking about trying. I don't know if you can build it on suburb. I've never tried. I don't see why you couldn't. But I'm wanting to move him up here. This would be out of range of his artillery. There is heavy artillery pieces. And build an air base right here. I'd like to get some forward air units over here to assist in operations around this area. It's getting a little far out for these dive bombers. This has been by far my most effective dive bomber unit. Hasn't suffered a whole lot of losses. It's been doing serious damage to the enemy. You can see by his experience there, and he just got 2 fresh recruits because he lost a dive bomber and actually put 2 more into his unit. He was 6 strong, now he's 7 strong. Let's see. Yeah, the siege continues down here. Brest has been one tough city to try and crack. I keep his production down every turn. I make sure to hit it with at least some artillery, whether I plan on assaulting it or not. Also to try and keep the readiness down of the units in there. The artillery only seems to really affect infantry type units in there, keeping their readiness down, which you can see their readiness is down quite a bit. The armor and the artillery are far less affected by that. He's going to get to a point where he's not going to be able to beat me back anymore. I suspect he's going to try and do the same thing, try to beat me back on all these to make it difficult for me to do an assault. Hopefully some of these back units, although they're severely damaged, but hopefully maybe some of these back units back here, even if he does manage to beat them all back, might be able to step up and attack, which is what happened. Is I had 2 infantry units. This damaged guy is probably one of them, and then there's probably these 2 guys here that are damaged. They were able to, let's zoom in here a little bit and look at this. This guy and this guy were able to actually do an assault on the city. And they killed quite a few guys because there's no lock on the city. Entrenchment's really low from the constant bombardment and air attacks and everything else. So they actually killed off quite a bit of equipment, which I was really wanting to do. And I'm really happy that I got some of his tanks too. I mean, tanks and artillery, I'm getting rid of them because those things are just punishing. He's got so much artillery in here. Every round is just bang, 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 all artillery all the way around here, just whacking my guys. In fact, let's look at the log before we run out of time on this video here. And you can see all the stuff he does down. You can see how I started the turn. I held 3 hexes next to that city. Well, you remember that from the end of last turn. Yeah, let's play it here and see what he does. Yeah, here goes the artillery. More artillery. Okay, now he's down here. There's some air attacks. That air attack over there, the one was pretty successful. He took out 5 armored cars. Okay, here's the artillery. He already took one of those hexes back. Now he's taking that one. More artillery. Now he takes that one. Yeah, the artillery is a killer. It really is. Okay. Alright. So here we are. As you can see, though, I was able to counterattack, and now I've got 4 hexes on the city. I didn't think he was going to take out all 3 last turn, but he did. It's hard for me to imagine him taking out all 4 this turn, but I don't know. After what he did last turn, I wouldn't be too surprised. I got some additional armor down here to try and help out. Rommel sent really a fresh unit down here. This unit's fully stocked with armor cars and light tanks, and I'm sure he's going to try and punish that with some kind of air. I don't know what he's got in Mende, but I'm sure it's going to get hit. I got some flak flowing into, I believe it's going to be coming into Rommel. Yeah, I need to add a couple units out there, actually. Build a couple flak before I finish this turn. A couple flak counters there. Do I have? Yeah, I got enough PPs to buy 2 counters. He's got more flak coming in. I need to get some more flak out there to protect the armor. And with that, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll wrap this video up here, and then we'll see what the Ironduke does again on his turn. We'll see how much longer it takes for Rommel to really cinch up this junction over here, and hopefully within the next couple turns here, Brest will fall. Then I'll have taken down 2 of his production cities, and I can begin to isolate Mende. If I can start to get some artillery close, which I've got plenty of places up here where I may be able to move in and get artillery close, I can just pound it and then cut its production. And that's really the way to take it out, I think, because if I capture this junction and then I can start hitting Mende with artillery and keep its locked down like that, with no flow of supplies or reinforcements coming in here, it's just a matter of time before the rest of the units down here get so weak they just start to wither away, and I can just start taking them out. That's my plan down there right now. And with that, we'll go ahead and end this video. And thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in to the next episode, episode 16. Thank you for watching.